Trump's trial in New York is expected to wrap up next week. He's got three other felony trials. We don't know when they're going to happen coming up. I want to go to a question we got from a viewer. John Connolly from Washington State asked, how do you account for the enduring support of Mr. Trump by the vast majority of Republicans?
Yeah, well, Michael, it confounds me, and I grew up in politics, and you need to know your opponent as well as yourself. So I knew the Republican Party, I thought, really well, but Trump has commanded. It's his party now, loyalty above all else. And now listen, there could be 10 to 12% of Republican voters who choose to vote for Joe Biden, and that could be incredibly important. So let's not say all Republicans, but most Republicans. It doesn't matter what Trump does. That famous comedy made back in 16 that I could shoot somebody on the streets of New York and my supporters would stay, I think, is more true than we'd like. So I'm not sure what happens with the trial. I mean, if he's convicted, I certainly don't think it's going to help him with swing voters, in the suburbs of Milwaukee and in Maricopa County in Arizona. But I'm sure his supporters will get even more engaged. And by the way, he needs them. For all the talk about Trump's enthusiasm advantage, his campaign's pretty broke. That doesn't show a lot of enthusiasm at the grassroots donor level. And again, I think most experts believe Joe Biden, would benefit from, not a massive turnout election. I think there's real questions whether Donald Trump can manifest that. So, but I think that's just what the Republican Party is. I think our country will be stronger when eventually Donald Trump is defeated and somebody who's not a Donald Trump mini-me can win the presidency. But listen, let's say Joe Biden wins this election. I'm not sure that'll be 2028. It may be that kind of a descendant of Trump is still going to win. That's clearly what is driving Republican primary voters. And so, but if you're the Biden campaign, you say, okay, that's where they are. And I do think it's important to, Donald Trump, I think, exceeded turnout expectations in 16 and 20. I think if you're the Biden campaign, you better assume he's going to do it again. If he doesn't, great, but assume he's going to do it again. But there are a significant pocket of Republican voters who Biden did well with in 20. And my sense is he might be able to do even a little bit better in 24. And so that's where the focus needs to be. But I think all of us that are waiting for kind of the Republican Party to detach themselves from Trump are going to be waiting for a very, very long time, because clearly it's his party. But the people that have been most successful in the states, in Congress, for the most part, mimic him. And I think it puts our democracy at great risk.